In this video, we're going to look at how to connect the text box to a cell in an Excel spreadsheet. So I have Excel open here, and the first thing I need to do is go to the Insert tab. The Insert tab has a ton of things on there, but the one thing I'm interested in right now is this text box right here. So basically all I need to do is select on the text box and then drag where I want the text box to appear. I can drag whatever size I want, and then I get the text box. Now normally if you just have a text box open and you start typing, you get what you want. But suppose I wanted to connect this text box to another cell. So when I type inside of a cell, it actually goes inside of the text box. Well, there is a way to do that. So first I'm going to resize my text box. Then I'm going to put it in a place to where I can have a label here. Let me just put something like that, and I'm going to resize this so that it fits what's in there. So I'm going to go up here between A and B, and I'm going to double click in between those two so it resizes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this text box because maybe I want whatever's inside of, let's say like M1 to be inside of the text box. So I'm going to go here to M1 and I'm going to just resize that just a little bit, and then I'm going to put a border around it so that way, there we go. So I know which one I'm dealing with. Now all I need to do is to connect these two is to select the text box, go up here to the formulas bar, type equals, select on the cell that I want the information to go into. And as you can see, it fills in here. I could have typed this in, but it's easier to do it this way. Once I do that, I hit enter. Now whatever I put inside of the inside of cell M1 and hit enter, you'll see it goes inside the text box. So I'm just going to type in Malik. There it is, my first name. I can resize this to look like that. Now, the great thing about the text box is that I can go ahead and add effects to this. So let's say if I go here to format while it's selected, I go to format and I can add text effects to it. I can add reflections to it. I can even add shapes, bevels, that sort of thing. Make it look pretty interesting. Have all this weight. I can do a lot of things to the text box that I could not do with just a cell by itself. But, maybe I don't want this information on this same sheet. Maybe I want it on a different sheet. So I'll show you another example of how to use this, but the information will not be on this same sheet. So first let me create another. I'm going to create another one here. I'm going to create another text box. I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to text box, and I'm going to drag that out over here. Let me place it. Then instead of first name, I'm going to put last name. And I'm going to resize that. And for this, for the formatting here, I can select it, go here to format, and then go ahead and choose all the formatting that I want here. I just make this one different just so you can see that you can format it. So now I'm going to go ahead and connect this one to another sheet. So let me go ahead and create this new sheet. So I have sheet 2, except I'm going to call this info. That's my info sheet. This is where all my information is going to go. And I'm going to put, okay, this is where my first name is going to go. This is where my last name is going to go. And maybe this is where some more information is going to go, or some sort of description or something like that is going to go. And I'm going to spread this one out a little bit and merge that. Okay, so now I have all the places that my information is going to be placed in, and then I'm going to connect it to my text box. The only thing I like to do is go ahead and create some sort of box around these. And you can do it whatever way you want, but I like doing it this way so I can see what's happening. And then I'm going to merge this and then merge this. I'm being really sloppy, but you get the idea. All right, so I have my first name, I have my last name, I have my information. Now all I need to do is connect this box to the last name. And here's how I do that. Again, I select the box, go up here inside of the formulas bar, hit equals. Now I go to the next tab and then I click on that cell, then hit enter. Now it'll draw me back to the first sheet where the text box was, because that's where the formula is placed. But if I go to here to info and I type in my last name and hit enter, when I go back here, you'll see it types it in there. This one right here is being affected by this cell here, as we can see there. But perhaps I don't want it over here. I want all of my information on one cell. So I'm going to select this again. Go to my info tab and click on the first name and hit enter again. And it'll draw me back here. I'll go over here and put my first name in there. And when I go back here, you'll see the first name is there. I can do that with another one for the description or the information. And it'll pretty much be, not pretty much, it'll be exactly the same thing. Let me do it again. Insert text box, drag the text box out that you want. Select the edge of the text box because I want the entire text box. I don't want to be in this edit mode where I can type in there. I want the edge of the text box selected, so I'm not in edit mode. Equal sign. So I'm going to enter the equal sign there. Go to info, then click on the cell that I want, then click enter. And now, once I type whatever I want inside of this cell, enter, on this sheet, all that information will be there. So in this video, we learned how to take a text box and actually connect it to any cell or any sheet that we want. Hopefully this was useful to you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this video. And I'll see you guys next time.